Too many dreams, books, millionaires, ideas, skills, unfinished accomplishments are in the grave. Take a moment and think, what am I doing between the dash? You have to move right now because tomorrow is not promised. Join the Divine Connections movement in a couple of ways. 1, download the app for free. 2, subscribe to Divine Connections magazine. 3, if you have a book, a product, a service, gospel music, business, health and wellness product, church, or anything creative, join the Divine Connections Movement VIP and make a commitment to join a network that supports others, give you major exposure, customer retention, and customer engagement. To find out more about VIP, text 336-338-8903 or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Divine Connection Marketing is a 500 Fortune company that can always connect you to the right connection. Check them out.
Businesses all across the planet are looking to make connections with people. Well, guess what? Divine Connections Magazine is helping businesses not only walk in their purpose and passions, but to get connected to their potential. That's right. You've got to connect to your potential, and you can make it happen now because it is time to know your worth. As you get connected to people all across the planet, Divine Connections Magazine will make it happen. And get featured in the magazine today and get your copy now, because there's no other time than a divine time to get connected to Divine Connections Magazine.
Great day, and a welcome everyone. I am your host, Deloris. We are CEO of Divine Connections. We are so excited that you are here today. We have a lot of great information to share with you. Divine Connection is a faith-based inspirational magazine that comes out quarterly. We connect with different businesses, entrepreneurs, gospel artists, praise dance, moms, vendors, anyone that's doing something great in the community. Then twice a year, we have an event, one in March and one in October. My March is my anniversary, which we just had, which was phenomenal. We celebrated men as well. So we had a men's panel talking about mental health, life, and challenges. We had some mom groups. We had some quartet groups. We had vendors and sponsors, and everybody came together to network and worship together. Then in October, we have our event called Bring It, where the community is bringing their organizations, their praise dance groups, their moms, their vendors, and youth vendors. And so we are excited about that. If you're interested and you're in the area and you have a big praise dance group or a mom group, we would love for you to be a part. It's October the 14th. We'll give you details on that. If you would like to be a vendor, if you have a youth vendor or adult vendor, or if you want to be a sponsor to support this event, please let us know. We would love to connect with you. Then on Wednesdays, we have our podcast interviews, sharing with you who people are and what they do. And then they'll leave contact information with you so you can connect with them as well. And then we also have our Divine Connections magazine app is now out. You can go download it from your Google store or your Play store. And then we have our online store where you can shop and do apparel, the Facebook Divine Connections apparel, which is t-shirts, hoodies, hats, all of that great stuff. So listen, go check it out. And I'm going to show you just a little bit of what's getting ready to go down. Very similar to what we had in October. This is called the Bring It event. So let me show you just a little bit of that. All right, hold tight. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So that is what is going to be coming October 14th. So if you're interested, definitely make sure you stay connected with me. And then let me show you a little bit about what's in Divine Connections store. Hold tight. Awesome. So you can now go shopping at bit.ly /divine connection store. We have over 100 products in our store. So go check that out. Awesome. So how do you stay connected with Divine Connections? Go to our website and subscribe to our email list, divineconnectionsmagazine.com. That way you can get all the updates of the interviews, the news, the events, and different things we have going on. You can also connect with us on our Facebook page, Divine Connections Marketing. We have our Instagram page at Divine Connections, and then our YouTube channel. Subscribe there at The Divine Connections and click the notification button so you'll be notified whenever we are on. We also, if you have not gotten your copy of Divine Connections magazine, it is here and available for you. We have a lot of great things. All of my men's panel, the organization, the vendors, the mom groups, all of their information is in here, and plus so much more. This is Open Door Ministry as well, which is a nonprofit organization that helps men and veterans as well. So we have a lot of resources and connections in this book. So make sure you go and get a copy of Divine Connections magazine. Go to that website.com /subscriptions. Okay. And we look forward to that. When you get to the hard copy, you can change the quantity, numbers of how many magazines you want, so you can take them and share it with your community. If you would like to be a sponsor for the show and you have a 30-second commercial, and upon approval, we would do a 3-month agreement. It's only for $150, and we would share your message to our masses on a weekly basis. Every Wednesday, we're on here for 3 months. All right. And so if you're interested in that, that's only $150, and you can email Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com. For more information. Also, if you need a 30-second or a 60-second commercial for your business, your ministry, your book, your group, your event, anything that's coming up, we will love to serve you in that capacity. We create custom 30-second and 60-second commercials. So if you're interested, definitely send us an email or a text. Okay. Awesome. And then my second book that came out is called The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. And this is when I talk about my accomplishments that I've done with the help of the Lord, as well, my personal and my business as well. The accomplishments, how I do what I do with the help of the Lord. So get your copy of The Key Connector: How to Build an Empire Helping People. It is on Amazon, and you can also get a signed copy from me as well if you just order from me. All right. So we appreciate that opportunity. And we also have our journal is out, Making It Happen. You are a divine connection because we're grateful for that opportunity. So we write the vision, we make it plain, we execute, and we celebrate. And so we use our journals just for that. Making it happen. You are a divine connection. And it's a great gift as well. So these are just some items that we do here at Divine Connections. Again, the store link is bit.ly /divine connections store to order some of our products, and then download our app, whether you have Google Play or Apple. Go to your Play Store and download Divine Connections magazine and install our app. And that's another way you can stay connected with us and our resources as well. So I'm so excited. That's information about Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected. If you want to be on the broadcast, you can text 336-338-8903 or email Divine Connections Magazine at gmail.com as well if you want to be on the broadcast. Okay. Awesome, awesome. I was trying to find it. I don't know what I did with it. But anyway, text 336-338 area. 338-8903, and then or email divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com. To stay connected with all my events, go to divineconnectionsmagazine.com/events. Now, for the good part, we have our special guest in the house, Miss Briana is in the house. And so she's got a lot of great information to share of what she's doing in the community. So help me welcome my guest, Miss Briana Parker. Great day, great day. How are you?
Good.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I love that smile. That smile is get it every time, every time. I love it. So, Miss Briana, welcome. Glad to have you on.
Thank you.
You are very welcome. Tell the audience a little bit about yourself and where you're from.
I'm Briana Chantel Parker, and I'm from Ernestburg, South Carolina, born and
Okay.
raised in Colt. I am a children's book author now through 3 years. My
Okay.
children's book is called Abigail Did It, So Can You. I actually have two books, but this is
Okay.
the original book.
Okay.
And Abigail is a young lady that lost her mother at 4 years old, whose
Mm.
father was not around very much. I was raised by
Wow.
my grandmother. I
Mm-hmm.
have faced suicide, childhood
Wow.
trauma, molestation as a young lady.
Mm-hmm.
Became a teen mom at 15, dropped out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Um, After 11 years, 2018, I went back, got my
Mm-hmm.
GED,
Yes.
graduated, went to
Yes.
college for my associate's degree of arts, and now here, this December, I'll be a college graduate of Claflin University in psychology.
Ooh, awesome. Awesome. Now you
3
said a mouthful in just that little bit of segment. That's a lot going on right there, but it is to be excited and glorified because you pressed through your
Yes,
adversity.
and that's what when I wrote my book 3 years ago, 4 years now, it was a healing process
Mm-hmm.
of my childhood trauma, and I asked God where to start. I
Mm-hmm.
always loved to write, so it was already written as one of the things that I talked about, but just
Yeah.
didn't do it openly. So when
Mm-hmm.
COVID came and I was on a furlough from work, I did some house cleaning, and when I
Come
did
on.
house cleaning, the house cleaning was within myself, and
Mm.
I made it into a book because I felt like what I went through, I made it through. A lot of
Yeah,
people didn't make it through some of the obstacles that I faced. A lot of
that's right.
people wind up in places that it just didn't go well. It didn't sit well with what they went through. So I kept
Mm-hmm.
asking God, how can I heal? And
Yeah.
when I wrote it, it was like, heal through helping others.
Yeah.
Help yourself by helping others. And that's what I did. And I've been nonstop. I've
Yes.
toured for a year. My books is all the way in Tallahassee, Florida.
Come
Uh,
on.
Google, and it's
Yeah.
just showing others I did it, you can do it. And no matter what I faced, I kept going, kept going.
Mhm.
Even if I had to make a pit stop, even if
That's
I
right.
had to stop and breathe, I still
That's
pick
right.
up the pieces and I kept going. So my message is to mentor other young ladies. My
Yeah.
goal is to become a doctor, a psychologist, um,
Okay.
to show others that I did it. And it's not
Yeah.
about a degree. I went through it. So I can
Mm-hmm.
tell you about it more than what a piece of paper can because
Come
I'm
on.
showing you, I'm living proof that
Yeah.
I made it through. And even in the midst of everything, I kept asking God, why me? Why me? So a year ago, he answered, yes,
Mm.
yes, you. So
Mm-hmm.
I accept the calling and now I'm just like, I'm walking through it. It gets
Yeah.
hard. I have
Yeah.
my moments, but I always remember that I went through it because God already knew I was gonna make it through it. And some people are chosen, and he always say the people that's chosen don't look like the people that people think should be
Yeah.
chosen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So here it is. I have 3 books. I'm working
Yeah.
on the 4th one. When I graduate that I will release and I'm just gonna keep going. I feel
Yeah.
like my gift is to help others. I don't want the glory for it. I just want you to keep going. And that's enough for me because a lot of people they don't know how to deal with
Yeah.
childhood trauma. They don't know how to deal with absent parent. I'm
Yeah.
learning too. And I'm healing too as I go through it. But what I'm showing you is you take those stepping stones and use them as a ladder to build you, because
Yeah.
that's what it is. Everybody, how we think life should look, it
That's
don't
right.
work like that.
That's
And
right.
that's why specifically this cloud that's in my kitchen, I always go in front of it when I do an interview, because 3 years, well, 4 years now, I took the batteries out. God
Mm-hmm.
has a timing on my life that I have no time on. And a lot of times people, we fail ourselves because we put a time in on so much, even when it comes to what we do, what we want, healing. It's not a time. But every
Mm.
day that you keep going, don't look at that time. Just keep going. Keep
That's right.
going. Keep going, because it's gonna happen. And I always say my prayer for tonight or today or even in this moment is for tomorrow. And that tomorrow don't
Mm-hmm.
mean technically tomorrow, but it will happen.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. That's like motivational speaking right there, honey. I love it. I love it. But I admire you how strong that you've coming out of your situation. You know what I'm saying? So like, and you coming out with a smile, even though you've been through, but you shining. You know,
Yes.
and then not only are you doing it for yourself, you're getting healed while you're blessing other people as well. Because people go through things, maybe they'll talk about it, maybe they won't, but you stepping out and sharing your story and your testimony will definitely bless each and every person that hears, because you never know what people have gone through and are going through.
Mm. Yes. And
I
I
love
always say, even when I counted myself out, God never counts you out. I didn't think that I would go back and graduate with my high school credentials.
it.
I
Yeah.
didn't think I would be where I'm at. But then when I looked at how God did it, I had to tell him
Hmm.
thank you, because it's a timing. Even when
Yeah.
I wanted it, it wasn't right. Even though the situation didn't seem a lot, he already
Hmm.
knew it's gonna be just right when the time is right. And I
Yeah.
just thank God every day. Sometimes I'd be like, gosh, this is a tough, you gave me a tough job to do. But
Hmm.
then I think about it, I'm strong. Like, it ain't
Yeah.
tough. It's just I have to open up myself to accept it and say, okay,
Yeah.
this is for me. And
Yeah.
I'm still learning and growing.
Oh
Still
yeah.
learning and growing. And I tell people all the time, don't let tomorrow, don't I mean yesterday, right now, don't let it define. If something happened within a split minute ago, the next minute you got a chance to do it better,
Come
do
on.
it
Yeah.
over. Just keep going, keep going,
Yeah.
keep going. Last night going to work, I had a ceremony. I had a whole church going to work because I work at night,
Yeah.
like I told you. And I told
Yeah.
God, I said, God, growing up in school, when I did witness school up until ninth grade, I was never a A honor student. I always been like a C average. I might get a B here and there, but mostly a C average. I did enough then to, just keep going. But this
Hmm.
semester, I said, God, I'm all A's. And
Hmm.
2018, when I started college, I was a beginner and I'm just like excited because I'm new to this. And I maintain a B and a C again. And I always would pray and say, God, when I graduate, I'm going to be magna cum laude. I said,
All right.
all
Yeah.
A's. And so this semester here, last night I had to give him a praise because that was 4 years ago. He prayed a
Yes.
prayer to be on the honors. 4 years
Hmm.
ago. And I had to tell myself, God, that was 4 years ago when I prayed that prayer. I even wrote it down and put it in my Bible. 4 years
Yeah.
ago. 4 years ago. And here it
That's
is in my
awesome.
fourth year. I'm all A's. So that's how he worked. And I had to
Yes.
tell
Yes.
myself when I first started college, like I wanted something, but was I ready for it? And I say that in the sense of you be like, well, it's an A, it's a grade. But was I ready for that attitude of saying, I'm on the honors list?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I had to tell him last night, I said, God, I thank you because even though it was 4 years ago when I came to you with it, you kept
Mhm.
your promise and you kept what I,
Yes.
and it's just right because you're doing it in the year that well done. You
Hmm.
at the end. He ain't did it in the beginning. He did it in the
Hmm.
end. And I tell people all the time. So now last night going to work, I'm like, I know, graduation ain't here yet for me. But what's next? Because I'm ready.
Come
I'm
on. I love it.
It's just to show people when you pray a prayer, don't give up. Keep praying. Keep praying.
Mhm.
And sometimes I have to nag him, and then sometimes I back up and I say, some days, God, I ain't come to you for nothing but just to say simply thank you for what I
Mm.
already asked for.
Yeah,
And I tell people all the time, all of our lives are not going to look the same.
that's
And
right.
even when it came to the trauma, I felt like I wanted that two-parent household. I felt like that I should have that. I even felt like that even with my kids. I have 3 kids and one that
Mhm.
is special needs. And I always
Mhm.
say, God, I didn't have it. I want to give it to my kids. But I had to change that narrative and say, give your kids what you didn't have, in the sense of what need to be taught, what need to be still within you. Because
Mhm.
what I look like could be lonely, but it could be happiness. Everybody that have that two-parent household or have that picket fence, you
Yeah.
think, I want that. No, you don't. You want what's for
Mhm.
you, and you take the
Come
situation
on.
and you
Yeah.
use it to build you, because what may be instilled in you and put in you may not be in that home that have it all together.
Mhm. Mhm.
So you have to take every situation. I don't care what it is, how bad it look. Take your situation and ask God what is in your situation that is good, and He gonna show you. He gonna
Yeah.
show you, but you got to be able to accept what He show you. You got to be able to take what He give you, because if you take what He give you now, He gonna
Mhm.
keep
Mhm.
adding. He gonna keep
Yeah.
adding, and then they're
Yeah.
gonna be looking like, well, how you? Why you? Because it was me. When I
That's right.
graduated with my GED in 2018, I bought my first house. I
Mhm.
was by myself.
Yes. Me there too. Go, girl.
So you see what
Yep.
I'm saying? Take your
Yep.
situation, turn it into something positive. And when you change how you look at your situation, you
Mhm.
non-stop, because when you change it in your heart, mentally, what they see as bad, what they may see as, oh, you don't have it together. It's all
Mhm.
together. It
Yeah.
ain't for them to understand, just as well as our assignments. When God give us an assignment, He give it to you. He didn't give it for man. He didn't
Come
give it
on.
for them to understand. He didn't give it for them to open the way. He didn't give it for them to open the next door for you.
Come on.
He will use you to get to
Mhm.
the door, but He gonna open it if it's for you. And if
Come
it ain't
on.
for you, allow Him to close it. Because if you stepping into
That's right.
things that not for you, they're not gonna
Mhm.
last long, or it's gonna be
That's
a
right.
lot of chaos. And I tell people that even down to your jobs, if you
Yeah.
seem like it's just you never get a break, sit back and ask God, is this place for me? Because
Mhm.
He's gonna take you to some things so you get up out of it. And then if you
Mhm.
really want it, He will let you wallow in it, and then you're gonna be like, Jesus, I don't get a break. But we
Yeah.
got to be in tune with Him to really
Come on.
understand, to really accept all of the things that's for us. Because I even say now, God, what I'm doing with psychology is this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But I do believe it's seasons for everything. I may start off here, but
Mhm.
next 2 to 3 years I could be somewhere else, because it's season. And in
Yeah.
those seasons, I want Him to let me do what I'm supposed
Yes.
to do. Let me help who I'm supposed to help, and
Mhm.
keep going. I'm willing to change
Yeah.
as I grow, and as He see more for my life. Because He may say, you may be wanting to be a psychologist, but baby, I got something bigger for you.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
So I just tell everybody, when you look at me and I tell you who I am, don't look at me as the hero. Thank God for keeping me to tell you
Yeah. Yeah.
that it can happen. It can
Mhm.
happen. It definitely can happen. And like I say, stop putting the time in on yourself that God don't even have on your life.
That's right.
Don't let man put a time on anything. I don't care what it is. Don't let him
Mhm.
put a time on it, because everything gonna be God timing.
That's
So
right.
I feel like when you look at the clock and you see that every hour, every minute go by, you rush
Mhm.
yourself, you get agitated, you get stressed. Sometimes we could be the problem.
That-
We really could be our biggest enemy, and that's true.
that
So
is so
stop the
true.
clock. And whatever you can do in a day, get it done. Whatever
Yeah.
you need to work on it. But don't
Yeah.
put a time on yourself, because when it's time, it's gonna happen. But be
Yeah.
ready.
Yes.
It happens fast and quick. Be
Mhm.
ready. And be okay with losing people. Be okay with gaining people. Be okay with being alone. Because when you're on a journey, it gets lonely. But who's for you gonna be there in the end.
That's
And
right.
I always tell people all the time, the biggest thing, keep praying, even on your bad day. even in your split second of a bad choice you made, a decision, maybe something you said, because God is a forgiving God.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times too, I always tell people that I'm learning, forgive yourself first, because a lot of times we hold on to some things that has already been forgiven. And we
Right.
don't always forgive ourselves because we feel like I have to hold on to it because I did wrong. No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You don't, because that's what the sacrifice is for God. So I tell
That's
people all the time, like, just as well as you forgive people, give yourself some grace.
that's right.
Give yourself some grace. So
I love it, honey. You done encouraged me. I'm sitting up here like, yeah, that's right. That is awesome. I love it. I love it. I thank you for that inspiration.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. So, what else do you have to share? We know you do books. Do you do anything else?
Yes, I have a nonprofit here in South Carolina called Open Hands to Youth, Teens, and Young Adults. And what
See?
I do is life skills.
Okay.
Life skills. I am going to be expanding it. The last 3 years, I did mostly my community, giving back to my community. But now, I think once I finish school, I'm going to go full force on what I offer as far as more of life skills, giving you things that can give you your tomorrow in the sense of um, if you need work, you need a job, I'm there to say, okay, here's your shoes for tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If you
Mm-hmm.
need a ride, here's your ride to get to where you going. Because I
Come
feel
on.
like helping people it's priceless, and
Yeah.
something so small
Yeah.
can make a world of difference. And I always tell people, when my grandma raised me, she did good. I give
Yeah.
it to her, she did good, but it was a lot of things that people could have helped her or gave her resources to
Mm-hmm.
apply to me that was free.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I had to ask God, what am I supposed to do? Because
Mm-hmm.
nobody didn't do it for me, but I'm willing to do it for someone.
Come on. I love that. And that's definitely a servant's heart, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't take it and get bitter, you got better. You
Yes.
know how they say that. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's put some information on the screen. How people contact you. So tell them how they can contact you.
Yes, you can contact me at my email, parkerbriana3@gmail.com. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snap. It's all the same. Brianna Parker, author. And I am not hard to find. I also have my children's book page on Facebook. And if you go to my page, it's still the same. But my children's book page just said, Abigail did it, so can you. But I am not hard to find. And I can promise you, you're going to come across my face smiling or something. And I'm here
Awesome.
for anybody that just need a word of encouragement, somebody that just needs just to simply pick up the phone and know somebody care, because it
That's
can
right.
go a long way. And if me listening to you or just
Hmm.
encourage you for 5, 10 minutes, 3 seconds can save your life, I'm
That's
willing
right.
to do it.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Servants are hard. Absolutely. Well, this is Miss Brianna Parker, y'all. Make sure you guys stay connected. Any other words did we miss anything? Anything else you do or you want to share? Anything else coming up?
I just say graduation. It's gonna be
Okay.
all over social media.
Yeah.
Because I want to let people know Abigail did it, so can you. And even when
Hmm.
I didn't do it on time, is I did it just on time. So
Yeah.
don't
I love
always
it.
remember before I go. Like I say, remember high school dropout, ninth grade. I did it.
Hmm.
I went back after 11 years,
Yeah.
11, and I did it. So remember, stop the clock, get what you need to get. And as you do what you're supposed to do, time gonna pass. And you're gonna
Hmm.
be like, gosh, I did it. So definitely don't give up. Keep going. Keep
Yeah.
going. Even if you got to make a stop. And
That's right.
always remember, keep God first. And always put prayer getting up and going down.
Hmm. I love it. I love it. Awesome. We're definitely going to stay connected. Thank you so much for your time. Hold tight. I'm going to take it to commercials. Miss Briana Parker, make sure you guys stay connected with this young lady. Get her books, get her services. She's doing some awesome, awesome things in the community. So make sure you guys make it happen. Hold tight. I am Deloris Williams with Divine Connections. Make sure you stay connected to the number one divine connector, which is Jesus Christ. We'll be right back.
Hey, we've got exciting news from Divine Connections Marketing Services. Now you can create your own custom video commercial for your business or organization. It's time for you to win. Your product or service is someone's solution, so get the attention of your potential customers now. Choose from a 30 or 60-second commercial today. Just email us at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com and we can get started. Connect today and let's get started making your custom video commercial now. Divine Connections Magazine. Get major exposure for your business. Is someone looking for your service? Do you need networking? Are you a gospel artist or a ministry? Do you have a major event that you want to promote? Divine Connections Magazine has the solution for you. We can distribute to residents, businesses, churches, and online. Don't miss this opportunity to expand your marketing locally and around the world. Find out more about us at divineconnectionsmagazine.com. Get your spot in the next issue of Divine Connections Magazine by emailing us for details at divineconnectionsmagazine@gmail.com.
Make sure to like us on Facebook at Divine Connections Marketing. Follow us on Instagram at Divine Connections.
Let's get it started now.